Hello, everybody. This is Kaizen mini story. Okay, let's get started.
Hi, this is AJ. Time for the mini story for the Kaizen Way. You smiling and happy? You're jumping around, you're up, you're moving? Well, let's get started. Jan was a very rude woman. She was always rude to everybody. She was always very harsh to everybody. How was Jan?
Jan was rude and hot to
Jan
everybody.
was rude. Jan was rude and harsh to everyone. Who was very harsh and rude to everyone?
Jan was rude and hot to everyone.
Jan was very harsh and was very rude to everyone. Was Jan gentle and kind?
Not gentle. She was hot
She was
and
not
rude.
gentle and kind. She was harsh. She was rude. Was she rude and harsh to some people?
Not some people, to everybody.
Not to some people, to everyone. She was rude and harsh to everyone. People didn't like Jan. Nobody liked Jan. Why not?
Because she was rude and hot.
Because she was rude
To
and
everybody.
harsh to everyone. Jan always said rude comments to her friends. She always said harsh, rude zingers. Zinger? What's a zinger?
Zinger is mean surprising
A
comment.
zinger is something that's surprising or shocking. So a zinger of a comment means a surprise comment. Jan always said rude zingers. She always gave rude zingers to her friends. It means rude, surprising comments. So a rude zinger would be a rude, surprising comment. Were her zingers rude or funny?
Rude. She was
Her
rude.
zingers
Zinger.
were rude. Her surprising comments were always rude. Were her zingers kind? That
Not
was
kind.
Her zingers, her surprising comments were always harsh and rude. Who always gave harsh zingers to her friends? Who always said harsh zingers to her friends? Jan. Jan always said harsh zingers to her friends.
Yes.
What kind of zingers?
Zinger.
Harsh zingers.
Hot zinger.
Rude zingers. Who gave harsh, rude zingers?
Jan.
Jan. Jan always said harsh, rude zingers. Shocking, surprising, rude comments all the time. How often?
All the time.
All the time. All the time she gave harsh, rude zingers to her friends and everyone else. Were her friends happy?
Not happy. They
No,
cried
they
and
cried.
cried.
Jan, so mean. Jan is so hard. Every day, Jan's friends cry and cry. Well, one day, Jan decided to change. She decided, I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to be kind and gentle and sweet. She summoned all her friends to her house. What did she do?
She summoned all her friends to her house.
She summoned her friends to her house. Did she call her friends to her house?
Yes, call her friends
Yes, she
to
did.
her
She
house.
called them to her house. She said, "Come to my house, please." She said please because she's trying to be nice now. So she summoned her friends. Who did she summon?
Jan summoned her friends.
Jan summoned her friends. She called her friends, "Come to my house. Come to my house." She summoned them. Who summoned all her friends to her house? Jan. Jan summoned all her friends to her house. Which friends did she summon? Well, all of them. She summoned every friend. All of them. Jan summoned all of her friends to her house. Where did she summon them to?
To her house.
Her house. She summoned them to her house. They all came to her house. They sat in the living room. And then Jan coughed up a compliment to each one. Jan said something nice to each one. It was a little difficult for Jan because usually, in the past, she was always so harsh and rude. So she had to cough it up. She had to force the compliment out. It wasn't easy in the beginning. So she kind of, "You're a very nice person. You're really intelligent." And she kind of coughed out the compliments. She forced them out of her body, forced them out of her mouth. Did the compliments come out easily?
No, they did.
Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't come out easily. She had to force them out. She had to cough them up. What did Jan cough up?
Compliments.
Compliments. Compliment is a nice statement. Something you say that's nice to someone. She had to cough up compliments. Who had to cough up compliments?
Jan coughed up compliments.
Jan coughed up compliments to her friends. Who did she cough up the compliments to?
To her friends.
To her friends. She coughed up compliments to her friends or for her friends. What did she do?
She coughed up compliments to her friends.
Compliments to her friends. How did she say them?
She coughed them up. She
coughed
coughed them out.
She forced them out. Wasn't easy, but she did it. She said, "I'm very sorry. I will never be harsh to you again." Was she going to be harsh to her friends again?
No, she said, "I will never
she said, "I will
to
never
everybody.
be harsh to you again." How was she going to be?
She was going to be kind and
She was
gentle.
going to be gentle and kind. She was going to be gentle and kind to all her friends. She was not going to be harsh ever again. And so, over the course of 2 years, Jan
2 years,
became nicer and nicer and nicer. She was super kind. She was super friendly. She gave compliments to everybody. Over the course of how many years did she do this?
2 years.
Over the course of
2 years.
2 years. For 2 years. During 2 years. For 2 years. Over the course of 2 years. Who was nice and kind over the course of 2 years? Jan. Jan was always nice and kind and friendly over the course of 2 years. For how long?
For 2 years, over the course of 2
For
years.
2 years. Over the course of 2 years. Over the course of 2 years, what did Jan do?
Jan became kind and gentle
Jan
and sweet.
Became very kind. Jan gave compliments every day, all the time, over the course of 2 years. Who always gave compliments over the course of 2 years, every day?
Jan was a compliment.
Jan always gave compliments every day to everybody over the course of 2 years. Now, of course, everybody loved Jan. After 2 years, they loved her. They gave her kisses. They gave her money. They gave her love and friendship. Everybody in the world loved Jan. And Jan, of course, felt very fulfilled, very happy, very satisfied. After 2 years, how did Jan feel?
She felt fulfilled, happy, and satisfied.
She felt satisfied and very, very happy. Why did she feel fulfilled after 2 years?
Because everybody loved her.
Well, because now everybody loved her. After 2 years, everybody loved Jan. So she felt fulfilled. How did she feel?
She felt fulfilled. She felt happy.
She felt satisfied and happy. Who felt fulfilled?
Jan felt fulfilled.
Jan felt
happy
fulfilled. She
and
felt
satisfied.
loved. She felt appreciated. She felt fulfilled. And that is the end of our mini story for the Kaizen Way. Hope you enjoyed it. Listen to it many, many times.
Okay.